Sunday morning. It looks like a bomb has gone off. Most of the old yard is ripped up. John's just doing that last section there, and there's a little bit more that way to go where them puddles are. I'm just going to move the drill, because once we start ripping that out, we won't be able to get the drill out, and that's our only real route to the workshop if we need it, while we wait for the concrete to go off. So I'm gonna move that. I'll just show you what's going on over here. You can see how this hasn't been peckered, it's literally just cracked and crumbling. I'll reset them to the right height again. They're nearly there. And then that shutter's all over there. There's a little bit of shuttering to go that way. Side of the gate hole, I have to cut across to where the tarmac's not sunk. That we thought we could have left it, but it has cracked in several places. Go along that curb line. Then we've got to take that shutter that way, past the trees. And then the rest of it really shuttered itself by the existing concrete. So yeah, shutter there, and then shutter along there. I used to have one of these chains years ago. It was dead handy just for doing little bits and bobs like this. Yeah, that was like 10 or 15 quid off Amazon. We can live in the Merlot. The jaw's too too small on the drill movie thing. So just wrap that chain for the eye. And this yard will be the next to be replaced sometime, but this will be really awkward because it's the main sort of operations. We're going to have to do it in stages somehow. And it's expensive. I'll move this John Rebecca. Stick that in there out of the way. Oh, that's handy. They're both fitting in there. Nice and dry out of the way. Andrew's decided to go on his bike this morning, which is meant that we're short, so I'm tipping the Rowan, which is Nick's that we've borrowed, and then I'll go back while John loads mine, and then I'll just keep swapping tractors, hot desking tractors, until we've moved the rest of the rubble. Watch the tailgate go down in the mirror. It's a bit slow on this then. Or you can speed it up. There we go. Quite a bit here down there. Quick fill up with the go-go juice out of this tank before we can't get to it anymore. James is just finishing cutting over there. John's loading that one. This bin here is not very thick, you can see. It's worn away compared to that. See the difference in trailers? This has a single ram, whereas the other one had two. So it uses less oil, I think, and it goes up quicker, I reckon. That's about done anyway. Shut the door now, if you go like that. Shut. Off we go. A little bit more here, James. Cut that so that's nice and neat because it was all broken and there's a pothole there. Cut that corner off. That can go in there. We just need to reset that to the right height, along with that grid and that one. Tidy off all round because we don't need shuttering because it's going to go to the existing, which is basically the shed floors. John's just dusting it flat because the teeth scored the floor a little bit, the base, the sub base. So we'll have to get that flat, track it in, maybe roll it. Starting to look a little bit better than it was this morning. Looks like there's a flock of geese going to watch the Santa dash. Not a lot left now. John's going to pull up to the digger there. We're just going to cut a little slice. Cut across the gateway, but we're going to leave that in till the last minute. Otherwise, as we're going in and out, we'll probably end up cracking the tarmac further up. James is just going to sort that shutter along there now with a mini digger and find the level. It's come on rain again now, so we've got a few puddles appearing. But it's a lot drier than we thought it was going to be. So that has helped a bit. But yeah, there's a board. Got to go along there. That manhole, we're going to lift it up a little bit because we changed the level slightly so that we didn't end up having to dig too much off. It's been no bad thing though, digging stuff off, because it has given us some hardcore for the other yard. But equally, we don't want to... DPD here. Equally, we don't want to end up with a big mass excavation and not have enough sub base. Dad and my sister are splitting logs on the Solace. That bucket's quite handy because it's got the divisions in it, means you can stack it all in one corner, and then when it tips in the IBC, it'll all fall out into the IBC. Works weekends as well, the Solace is either brushing up or splitting logs. Every second chopper in the world is class. So 52% of the world's choppers go through a class forage harvester. I wonder how much dirt is moved by cats, because they must be the biggest manufacturer of excavators. I know JCB do make them, but on tracks, Caterpillar definitely corner the market. I just wonder how many there are, what the stat would be. You know, is 50% of the earth moved by a Caterpillar or not? This is getting somewhere near now anyway. Just pulling it that way. That shutter's pretty much finished. That's cut across there to be pulled out. This is just needs leveling off now. It's a little bit like the surface of the moon at the moment, because it's come up in various different chunks. Down there, it's come out a bit better with the other bucket. Just needs still sawing across, so we've got a nice straight line. Originally we were only going to go to about here. Well, the grant that we had only went to here, but that was damaged. But we're having to do a bit more, otherwise it just wasn't going to make sense. It was just a bit, well, potholy. So that goes back to there where it was replaced quite a while ago. It should be quite good, but yeah, it's 4 inches took out of concrete, so we just got to take it down now another 2, so it's deep enough. Just gonna have a little bit of a jig around. The back trailer's got oats in, so we're going to take them out and tip them in park them in where the wood chip goes, because then we're going to put wood chip on here for the next week or so we don't have to drive on the concrete. Well, that trailer's only got a few ton of oats in, so it's quite light. So we'll back that in the shed, and then we only need to take it out then once the concrete's gone off, because we're keeping the oats for a bit. This is full of wheat that can go in the other shed. This Valtra's full of dry dust, and that Valtra's full of wet dust. Yeah, the dust on that compared to that one. It's a massive load of wheat on there. This trailer looks small. Not much of that to go out, and then that's the new stuff that's been arriving. I think there's 250 tonne maybe arrived this last few days. About the same again on its way. I'm loving my new chain. It's anodised as well, but it'll be a while before it starts to rust. But it means I can move things around dead easy and see what I'm doing. means I'll be able to see as well because I'm going forwards with the Merlot. Where to put it. Fished out the emergency diesel tank in case we need that, because once the concrete's laid we won't be able to come down with anything heavy. Starting to get the levels, something near around all the edges, and then we can string line it across to the grids to get the right depth. I'm going to slice along that board now, nice straight edge to there where it's broken. That can come away, and then I need to tidy this up, cut a straight line across that really. Struck a line across there, and I'm just going to go along that board now and strike another one. Scored a line along the board, I'll just run down that now. It's getting heavy that after a while. Still saw won't quite go through that, so we're just going to see if we can shear it off now. With the quick hits. Stick that in it. Away though on it now. It's okay. Yeah, it's about 8 inches thick in places that you can see where I cut it. Tried it in with the sledgehammer, but it didn't work. Need something with a bit more weight. Just going. John's been scraping. There's an old foot off a Ransom's cultivator, I think. Concreted in last time. Every year I buy Makita batteries because they disappear, and I'm not joking now. I think we've got more Makita chargers than we actually have batteries. Just no idea where they've disappeared to. Right, there's a charger at Andrews and there's one in the bridge, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got a battery on charge and then 2 in the charger the other way. I just don't know where they all go. I've bought 4 this weekend and they're all we're using, and I can only find 2 others. I actually counted as I was editing 19 Makita batteries I've bought in recent years, and we can't find most of them. There's one in that weight block and the drawbar pin that we've been looking for ages. But it's only a 3 amp hour, there should be loads of bigger ones. The light's beating us now. We've got that shutter there to finish off, and then just finish the final levels and reset these grids all to the right height, and then should be good to go. So got tomorrow and Tuesday to get it looking right, but we've done the bulk of it already. It actually looks a little bit better than it did last night as well. We have been dead lucky today with the rain. You can hear it now on the roof, but we've managed to get a lot done. Going to quickly do the birthday. So Milan Clifton is 21. I think that's pronounced it. And Paul Hazard is 55. And we're now at £106,513. But yeah, that's all for today. Hopefully the weather rolls up for tomorrow and we can get a bit more finished off, and then the aim is to try and get it all ready by tomorrow night, so that Tuesday is spur ready for them concreting on Wednesday. But yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.